Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first edition of a Battle for Geostone Space. Today we have a podcast. It's the first in our edition of trying something new. And today with us is Viktor Holy, the new head of esports of Battle for Geostone. He has a lot of experience with esports, has played MOBAs, has tried Battle for Geostone, found a lot of bugs in Battle for Geostone, and now he's working as the head of esports. So now, hello and welcome.
Hello, Stefan. Thank you for the given opportunity to be here, and I'm very excited for my.
It's gonna be very interesting. So Viktor, or Holy, why the nickname Holy? Everybody wants to know. So that's your Twitter handle, your Discord nickname. Why did you choose Holy?
So it's a long story. The origin of the name started like 12 to 14 years ago when I was very young, and I started playing multiplayer games. The original name was Viktor MKD, which means like Victor from Australia. But I got banned because I was toxic. Guys, I'm reformed now. I'm not toxic anymore. I was 12 years old and I was very competitive. So since my account got banned.
You were toxic in what? In which game?
League of Legends.
League of Legends. Aha. Yes. So MOBAs have folled you for the entirety of your life. Yeah, exactly. I mean, everybody comes back to a MOBA at some point in their life.
Definitely. So, I had to change my name, and because all of my other nicknames or names were taken, I was very, very pissed off that I couldn't find the name, and I was spending 30 minutes in the account creation, and I decided to choose a random name. The random name that given for me was Holy Terra, but it annoyed me because casters and a lot of other people didn't know how to pronounce it, so either they called me Holy or Holy Tara, Holy Tera, Holy Tara, and I had to change it. Then I changed it to Holy Brate. Brate stands for brother, Holy Brother. And also, when I played the UK League, the UK casters were calling me Braid, which was very similar to Bride, and I didn't like that at all. And then I decided, look, I can just Holy, because everyone knows me.
Nice. So you've had a long career in esports. You have played tournaments, you've led teams, you've coached teams. How was your beginning into esports? So you said you were playing League of Legends. Okay, so what was the shift that said, okay, I know how to play this game. I want to play tournaments now. Where did you start? How did it go?
Actually, a few people know about this, but my career started with CS 1.6.
CS 1.6.
Yes,
everybody knows 1.6.
Yes, actually I was playing CS 1.3.
Oh,
it's a very old school game. Then I moved to CS 1.6, but I wasn't at the game. Then I moved to League of Legends, and I was playing CS Source and League of Legends in the same time. But I decided that I wanted to try playing competitive, since I have been always competitive player. I always wanted to always play ranked. The moment I hit level 30, back in the time, I started playing rank. I love to compete, and I played ESL Adria Open, ESL VIP invitations. There's ESL doesn't exist now. I think it's closed. So those were my first tournaments. I played also for Montenegrin League.
How did you get into a Montenegro?
Yeah, since in League of Legends in Balkan region, there are a lot of countries, and the rules were that you need to have 3 national players. For example, if we play Macedonian tournament or we present Macedonia, we have to have originally 3 Macedonians, and then we need to have 2 imports. It can be from
so that's
Serbia.
a rule, or it can be all 5 Macedonians. Yes. You can do anything you want.
Yes.
Nice.
It can be 4 Macedonians, 5 Macedonians, 3 Macedonians, but 3, the core of the team, if it's Macedonian team, needs to have most of the player, 60% of the players needs to be from that country. And I had 3 Montenegrin friends. They were the core of the Montenegrin team. And then we have one guy from Serbia and me from Macedonia.
Nice. Really nice. Did you win?
Actually, we qualified to the Balkan closed qualifiers. So it means that we were top 2 teams in Montenegro. So
Nice. Very nice. So what was the switch when you become from just a regular ranked player that you want to compete? Because in Battle for Geostone, we're trying to do something that's compete to earn, because we're trying to motivate people to start competing. The best players need to be rewarded for their time, effort, and skills. And what's the switch in your mind that happens? Okay, I'm playing ranked, I'm the highest level, I'm the best from all of these guys here. Now I want to go to tournaments. When do you choose that you want to go to tournaments?
Well, the reasons why you can start competing, not just like for myself, but since I have been in esports for more than 8 years professionally.
Oh, sorry, forgot to mention. He's also a graduated psychologist, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
nice.
Yes. So I combined psychology and love for gaming. So
Yeah.
I became like a performance/coach for gamers. So what I wanted to say is that the reasons why you start to compete in Web 2 is mostly because of passion.
Hmm?
Only 1% players make to the highest level where you can live out of salaries and playing the games. So if you want to compete, it's probably because you spend a lot of time playing the game, and then you want to try to make a living out of it. Because you have pressure for parents, you have pressure for other friends. Bro, you're not going out partying Friday night, you're playing League 10 to 12 hours, what do you have out of it? And then you start questioning yourself, like, it's true, right? I don't have a girlfriend, I have bad grades or good grades, I don't sleep, I'm like not training, I'm not doing anything with my life. Why don't I try to make money out of the game? And then like those thoughts start to emerge in your head, you just decide to try to do competitive. Try it, you love it.
I mean, okay, so now one digression, fast digression. Do you think that esports are the same as regular sports? Let's say basketball.
Yes and no.
Why yes and no?
Yes, because it takes maybe the same amount of time of practice, dedication, preparation, thinking about the game, living about the game. If you're a basketball player, you can do like 3 to 5 hours per day, let's say. In League of Legends or Battle for Giostone or Dota, whatever, you play like 10 to 12 hours.
So it's it's more competitive.
Yeah, so basically you have like, this is like how a practice for a professional player looks like.
In esports or sports?
In
Esports, okay.
So basically like you wake up, you do breakfast, and then you do warm-up games. Play solo queue, which is equivalent to game.
Okay.
Just to like play against equivalent rank players that are the same rank as you. Then like you play scrims. Scrims are like team practices together in a custom match, and you play 5 teammates, like same team and organization, against other 5 players. You can have a scrim block of 5 games, and then best of 3 or best of 5. Or you can play the whole, like 3 and 5 games inside the teams. And then when you play, let's say 5 games, you already played 8 games, 8 hours. Then you have like rewatch of the game. They get into Discord, and then you go through every single game, and you see we made a mistake here. We didn't have to tower. We didn't have pressure them to take the Drake. We fight here. We had advantage. And after that, you take a lunch break, and the most optimal thing is to go out and socialize or go for a walk or training. But most of the players, after their lunch break, they get Red Bull or and then play a few more games, and then they go to sleep.
Man, that's a difficult life. Takes a lot of preparation. I mean, a lot of people consider gaming and mobile games, especially, to be like a black hole, especially those top players. Maybe it's because you're playing the game all the time and you're not taking the needed rest that it needs. I mean, your body needs it, your brain needs it, but you want to keep playing more. You want to become better. You want to compete more. The thought in your mind is that, okay, if I'm not playing now, there is somebody who's playing and they're going to be better than me.
Yes. That's rewarding, as you can get change very quickly, because if you underperform for a few games, they will ban. Also,
the esports team will ban you. Bench you.
They'll bench you.
Oh, you're going to get benched on an esports team. You're going to become a reserve.
Yes, it happened a lot. You basically like, and you're supposed to do everything the main team does. But you're not playing the practices, but you're in a call sitting, and if they perform better than you, it means that you will stay there. They won't give you a second chance to like try to play with you. See that they are doing well with the substitute or the 6th player, you will keep sitting on the bench for the whole. It puts a lot of pressure.
Okay, so the people on the bench are not getting paid, or they are getting paid.
It depends on the contract. For example, if you are in LSC, which is the highest level of competitive playing League of Legends, you are getting paid.
Okay.
For example, if the contract is like, let's say 1 million a year, you get benched is probably like 30 to 50%
Mhm.
what they promised you. So you get like 500 instead of 1 million, which is pay reduced, but you are getting paid in LSE. But if you're in EBL, for example, and you're playing for Falcon team, get benched, your contract is probably terminated, and some teams do not even allow the sixth player to be in a call to improve and watch the screen. So basically, you're getting kicked out of the team in the middle.
And that can happen.
It's not that that can happen, but it
happens. Oh, you've experienced this firsthand? Or you
No,
just
I
know about
wasn't
this from other
benched.
players?
I wasn't benched, but sadly we had to bench.
Huh.
Sometimes it's not because they were underperforming, but it was because out of toxicity. The community requires you to bench them. Let's say we are playing tier 1 and our player was toxic in Tokyo. Then like the whole community is mad at your organization, promoting and having such players, and then you have to bench him as a punishment. Then you bench him for some period of time. Punishment. Or he needs to pay a certain amount of money because breaking the
social rules of the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
But sometimes for underperforming too. Sometimes what happened once, it was that the player asked himself benched. Some personal issues going on in his
That
life,
makes sense.
and he knew that he will underperform, and it was the game itself put a lot of pressure on him. He decided like, okay, calm down and clear my thoughts, find sub so I don't pull. After that, still I can come.
Yeah, that makes sense. And esports are a very competitive thing. I don't know if you have watched the original Dota documentaries about the international, the first one. I think it was called Free to Play or something like that. Yeah, I think it was from 2011 or something like that, 2010, when the parents are telling their kids, okay, I want my son to go to college to study and he's playing this game. They don't understand. That's not what's going on. But I think that also, especially here, I don't know, things are changing because parents are allowing their kids to game. And now they're trying to ask questions. For example, when you're on the computer, I don't know if this has happened to you, but when kids are playing a game, if they're spending 8 hours a day in it, I mean, if the kid goes to basketball practice, you know that they're going to basketball practice. But if they're playing League of Legends or Dota, you're not asking what's the game or you try to understand it because it's something on the computer. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of money.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that this type of Web3 gaming is going to change that because people are going to get rewards and they're going to get instant feedback of how it's going on. And esports are just growing and growing. I mean, the international was $40 million last year. Now it was 16. Okay, makes sense. I mean, everybody was locked up past year. So what's your opinion on prize pools at the moment? How is the current state of Web2 gaming, and is eventually everything going to switch into Web3? Because it makes way more sense. So let me tell you just what I'm thinking about. If you're playing League, competitive, or Dota, I'm going to speak about Dota. If you're in the top 16 teams, you're going to go to the international. What happens if you're number 17? You don't go anywhere. You get nothing. You're a spectator. However, if you're doing Web3, at least you're going to get a leaderboards reward. At least there are going to be other tournaments. You're not going to make it to the main finals, but at least the game is rewarding you something. When in just Dota, you're not getting anything. You spent a year, 2 years, maybe even 10 years of your life playing, and just maybe it's an unlucky day. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe the team were slightly better than you, and you lose everything.
It's not just the prize pool. In Web2 gaming, people do not play for organization. Or, for example, the money the organization gets is not just prize pool.
I mean, it's sponsors, yeah.
Sponsors play the most, like, biggest role there, but also, like, as a player, thing. But title is like a social status. It's like one national or I won worlds tournament in League of Legends, which means like the gaming community world, you're strongest, you're the best, you're the most gifted, you're God, and people get you when you play with them in a random game. They like screenshots
Yeah.
that they got you in a game and something like that. So I think when you start to compete, for example, let's say like the World Cup, if you watch, for example, football, I think people do not play like the World Cup. How can I say all those big football tournaments for money? They play for the trophy, they play for fame, they play for legacy. I think the biggest reason Web 2 is not rewarding is because just you're top one, you get rewarded financially also.
You get all of the rewards if you're top one.
Yes.
If you're top two, you get nothing.
You get like nothing. Or if you're trying to make it and there is no like, okay, there's no difference between I will make 1 million or 500,000. You know, you make either 1 million or you don't make nothing.
Yeah.
That's how it's in. But also that's sport too.
Yeah.
If you train basketball, will you be Jokic or Doncic?
Yeah, very, very small chance, 0.00 something. That's called like the Pareto principle and the 1% rule. 1% winner take all or winner take most. I mean, that's the natural order of things.
Definitely.
And let's make it, instead of winner take all, winner take most. In Battle for Giostone, that's what we are striving to do. In Dota or League of Legends, it's winner take all. Here it's gonna be winner take most. So, okay, now from your perspective, because you were a Web2 gamer for a long time, how do you view this new thing that's coming up, that's Web3, rewarding tokens, maybe being able to trade skins? So let me just make it a bit clear. Let's say you're playing CSGO. You're a professional CSGO player, you get skins. And you get a skin, it's very rare, it costs $100,000, and you try to sell it on the Steam store, somebody buys it, but you only get Steam points. You cannot get the money out. So in Web3, you're going to be able to take the money out. That gives more player freedom. And also, I don't know if you know about this because you're pretty new in the crypto space. One thing that's happening, that has happened is Vitalik Buterin. Do you know who that is? He's the guy that invented Ethereum. Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency in the world. Do you know why he did it? Oh, so what happened? He was playing World of Warcraft when he was little. And he had like, I don't know if it was a wizard or something, undead, level 80. And suddenly, Blizzard decided to nerf the character. And he was not able, or they banned his account. Something happened that the game did, and he lost his account and character inside the game. He was, I think he was crying for a week or 2 weeks because I imagine you're playing World of Warcraft. That's a game that you invest a lot of time into. You're playing for 3 or 4 years, and suddenly you have nothing. I mean, something similar happened to Mile, which is our CEO in Dota. I mean, he got to rank 7,500 ELO when it was 8,000 max, and his brother started a new game, reset the MMR. So it happened to him too. It happens a lot. So he got very angry that his asset was not collectible. He did not own that asset inside the game. So in the blockchain space, you're going to be able to own that asset. So does that change anything in your perspective? And will it change a lot of things in Web2 gamers' perspectives? You actually get to own your assets, and nobody's going to take them away from you.
Definitely. I have personal experience. Got my stolen into.
You got your account stolen?
Yes, because there was no like two-factor
authentication.
Stuff like that. Password was their name, but I didn't know how like the cyber hacking, bullying, or that existed back in the day. Young, and I didn't want to forget. Back in the day, you were putting random email and exist, and confirm that your account or email is legit. Yes, I got my account stolen, but I wasn't investing a lot of money there. Young, but I was investing a lot of time, effort, which is also some kind of resource. Right?
Yeah.
Then, like, I know how I felt when I stolen. So owning assets, champion, it can be agent, it can be items, mounts, whatever. I think it's like safety, make you feel good about it, but also it can dictate.
Yeah.
Sell it.
Something that's funny, at least for me, I play Mobile Legends. I don't play League. So tell me if this happens too inside the game. So let's say skins. How do skins work? A lot of people love skins, and there are going to be skins inside BFG. So this is what happens. You have an exclusive skin. The skin is gonna be exclusive only for a limited time. There's gonna be for, let's say, just this month, December, Christmas event. It's gonna be Christmas 2022. That's it. And a lot of people buy that skin. It's if you're a Battle Pass member, here it says like Starlight members, you get the skin. And it says you cannot get the skin anytime again in life. A few months pass by and they go with the microtransaction. Okay, you can get the skin for $2, $3, $5. That's not good, at least in my opinion, because you're diluting the potential of the entire skin.
Yeah. You're also disrespecting players a lot of effort to get the skin, or that paid in a certain, certain amount of time and they're there to take it, right?
Yes.
Because that's also like investing. You be at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
And if you bought the skin when it was exclusive, that gives you some benefits in the game. It doesn't have to be like 5-10 damage, but it makes you feel special. Oh, it's rare skill.
Yeah.
And so on. That's why I quit Fortnite. I was beta tester for Fortnite.
Aha.
2013.
Huh?
I applied to be beta tester for Fortnite. I got accepted, and I bought the first battle pass. The first battle pass was had like the exclusive skin Black Knight. The skin, when people saw you in the game with the skin, they run away with it. Because they knew that you're a beta tester and you're coming from, you have pre-knowledge, and they were running away from it. The way you felt playing that skin was special. Get in a lobby, invited, you see other players see your skin. They're like spamming emojis, talking, people were screaming on you. After years, they put it back in the shop. And then like, I uninstalled the game.
Immediate.
Now every kid, all parents' card, credit card, bought the skin. And I wasn't special anymore. What was the benefit of beta testing the game, reporting bugs and stuff, and buying the first battle pass? Basically, I invested the game. I saw potential in the game. I bought the battle pass, which was like 10 euros. Okay, not big money, but still, I gave Fortnite $10 because I knew that it will blow up. And then what? A few years ago, they put the Black Knight into the market. I was like, ordinary dude.
Okay, so let's just put that into a Web3 perspective, how it's gonna work. So here it works in the same way. So you get a battle pass, you must play a lot of matches, you must play special, win 3 matches, play with your friends, get a mania, get a savage, defeat 5 people.
Have different quests into the game.
Yes, kill this many jungle monsters, do this to get the skin. And it's up to you if you want to sell that skin to somebody else who wants to get that status, because, okay, now you have a double thing. You did everything, you invested your time and effort, and now you get to choose, okay, do I want to feel special, or do I want to sell this to somebody who wants to feel special? And that's the limited number of skins. There's no more. So if there are 100, only 100 people will feel that way. So it's up to you to choose whether you want to be a part of the elite, or if you want to quit the game and just sell it on the marketplace when you want.
I would like to add something else. Also, it helps from breaking the terms of use of the game. For example, I quit the game. Why do I have to give you my account when I can? I don't play the game anymore. You're still playing. Why would the skin be on the account? And
it's just wasted.
Useless. Then I can just gift it to you, so you can. You don't have to hack my account, or you don't have to play under my name, and then you'll be toxic in the game under my name, and then people send me screenshot, why are you flaming? And I'm like, no, I gave my account to Stefan to try the skill, and he mental boomed into the game. It helps you and prevents so many problems. From the community side.
Okay, so now let's go into how players need to prepare for the Primal Giostone League. It's gonna last for 4 months, and there's gonna be a lot of matches. So, okay, when you're playing a league in esports, how do you keep the motivation up? Because it's gonna be a long time. Most people are used to getting instant rewards. Okay, I play in one tournament, I get money now. This is gonna be a league. It's gonna last for a long time. So there can be comebacks. There can be so many things, because 8 teams are gonna progress into a winner bracket at the end. 4 teams are gonna go into a loser bracket, and even somebody from the loser bracket can get the finals.
Okay.
Of course.
Losers bracket buff.
Yeah. So now, if you start the game, you lose a couple of matches, you get 0 points, you get 3 points. Somebody's gonna get hyped. Somebody else is not gonna get hyped. How do you keep the motivation going? How do you get the discipline as an esports player Are there any practices that they need to do? Do they need to experiment with more tactics? Do they need to think of skill combinations? Because you've tried the game, you've seen everything, how everything works. What's your advice for people who are trying to play the game on a competitive level?
So first of all, because since it's a new game, everyone has chances of winning. If you find something that is special, you don't have to reveal it first game. For example, some combination of spells.
Aha, okay.
I forgot to mention that you have like more than 3.5 million combinations
Yeah.
in the game. And that's the beauty of the game. Because you can go the first game and you can show certain strats and certain combinations.
See how the other team is faring.
Is responding,
Yeah.
how they play, do they have counters or not. If you comb them, you can continue using the same strat and the combination of spells next game.
Yeah.
But also, you will always have some last resort. You can pull up and like, for example, if it's 1-1, best of 3, you can just like bring that card up. And it will be very interesting to watch that. It will be very interesting to cast that because I think every team can find a specific playstyle they want to play. For example, I can predict this. There is a small insight for those who are watching this. I think in the first season, lurking will be very insane. We have a very good spells that are stun or slow or root.
Yeah.
So, for example, you can put 1 top, 1 mid, 1 jungle, and 1 lurk in a river. You will have a combination of roots or stuns, and if you go through the 3 lanes and just like help the solo laners get experience, that can be also playable. Something like in Mobile Legends, it's called like, the tank in the jungle.
Roam.
Roam, yes,
yeah.
Roam.
When you don't get any experience, but you just share, you get the bottom and...
Yes, but the beauty in Battle for Giostone is that you can craft your champion, even though you don't get gold experience, you can still be useful.
Yeah.
A stun is a stun. You can stun him for 1 second and he's not moving. You don't need gold to do that, right? Or items.
Yeah.
So it can be very beautiful to watch that and to cast. But back to your question, how do you prepare? First of all, that's the beauty of League. The tournament is very bad. I refuse to play tournaments right now. Because one bad game and you're out of the tournament. Wasted time, you wasted effort, wasted, you're ruining your reputation because there will be some bad team that beat you, or you can lose, a free match. You can be winning the whole game, one upset happens and you're out of the game. League is beautiful because you'll play everyone multiple times. Even though if you lose, you will go to losers bracket and then you can still fix mistakes.
Yeah.
Because the reason why tournaments are bad because you feel powerless.
If you lose,
one game and you're out, you cannot do anything about it. But if you lose and you get your thing together, you're like reflective. Okay, I made a mistake. I didn't have to push. I didn't have to greed. Maybe we had to play around mid more. We can implement that into next game and we can results.
Yeah.
So it's not the end of the world if you use few matches. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
Let me tell you what happened. Did you watch the previous tournaments?
Battle for Giostone?
Yeah.
I was watching the cast, but I wasn't watching the whole games.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you 2 of the best games that happened.
Okay.
One of the games was when one person figured out a way to defeat the Dragon Geo solo.
I watched that.
You watched that?
I watched that.
Incredible combination, very good gameplay. Minute 9, they kill it once, another person comes, they take it again. They get 2 stones in 1 minute. Amazing gameplay. Second thing that happened, team from Turkey, they went 5 people on 1 lane. Ended the game in 3 minutes. The game is supposed to last for 25 to 30 minutes. It ended in 3. Nobody knew what was happening. I was in the main office. We were screaming. I mean, you cannot expect anything that's about to happen. Everybody's doing pretty much everything. Very good combinations. Oh man, it's going to be very interesting.
Also, it will be, sorry to interrupt you, it will be very interesting from the developer's perspective because we are in the
pre-alpha
seat and we are watching, and then we can the meta.
Yeah.
We can change those shifts. Maybe the beauty of going 5 men into 1 lane and pushing can be only the privilege of those.
Yeah.
In season 2, we're gonna fix that. I'm not watching that 2 seasons. No. We're not watching that.
Yeah, that's gonna be very funny. Now they made the turret stronger. They made the dragon stronger.
Yes.
You implement all the changes. And another pretty thing about the league is because you're gonna be playing for 4 months. Every Friday we have a new update. So you have way less time to prepare. I mean, we might change it to Mondays, So they have an entire week to prepare for the new meta.
But also it can be also implement that the tournament is always played on one patch earlier. Weeks, you know, live servers are, for example, current patch, and they are playing in the free time on the live patch, and then the next week when they play official games, they play on the patch they prepared for.
That's
so
a good idea.
Expect, like what?
That's a good idea.
We can also predict. Also, a good thing for casters.
Nice.
We can predict what can be the next week coming to the next. How teams adapted.
Yeah, because we release all of the patch notes, everything gets released. So now they all of them have to read it and make a new strategy. So these are the new patch notes.
They can also have play 1 week in their free time.
Yeah.
5Q, solo queue, and something like that. So prepare, and then when the official comes, they're already prepared and they can strike very hard.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, so now in terms of player psychology, you have coached people in esports.
Yes.
How do you coach people in esports? What are you coaching them about? Because everything they're doing is they have a fast reaction time. They need to be, they don't need to be toxic, and they need to remain calm, because if you get angry, you're losing your speed, you're making mistakes, everything bad happens when you're getting angry. One of the best things that has ever happened is when OG won against the Chinese team in the international. When they were losing, I think, how was it? I don't remember exactly. They won the first game. They lost the second game, they lost the third game, and then they got to 2-2.
2-1, 2-2, 3-2, reverse sweep.
Yes, it was a reverse sweep. The mental strength you need to do that is incredible.
Yes.
So how do you prepare for comebacks? How do you remain calm all the time?
First of all, you need to prepare the players before the tournament. You have like something called like you have like a specific tools you can use on the tournament itself. When, for example, we are playing, they're losing 1 or 2-0, and then you can implement breathing technique. The mental strength, resilience, and preparation is done way before the actual tournament. So basically, you're preparing for the tournament. The performance coach of Michael Phelps, all know who was Michael Phelps, made him, before he won the gold medal and set the world record. She made him to take a paper and a pen and write all of the possible situations that can happen. He was jumping into water, and one of the situations was that his glasses slip. And he wrote that, and then they will go through. I got goosebumps.
Okay.
So she made him wrote all of those things, and when he put those things on the paper, they were going together. Both of them were going through all of those things, and what were the solution if this happens. Mentally prepare that will happen. You close your eyes and you experience how you feel. If that happens, how you're gonna react.
So now you're ready. If the glasses move, you're ready. You know what to do.
He already knew. When he jumped, the glasses switched, and he already knew what will happen. And then he was counting. He knew that he needs like 8 to 10 seconds till the end, and he was like counting it himself. He closed his eyes and he was 1, 2. On the 8th, he needs to do the flip. It means that he's in the end of the swimming pool.
Seriously?
Yes, that happened.
And that's how he won.
Yes. So basically, like, he wasn't seeing underwater. He didn't know that he could have hit his head in the pool wall, but no, the anti-strat, it's called strat and anti-strat. Okay. Basically, if this happens, we do this, and when the glasses slipped, the anti-strat was you count, and the moment he got in the water, the glasses slipped, he started counting. On the 8th, he did the rotation, he pushed back, and that's how he won.
Oof. Nice.
That's why performance coaching is underrated, and not many teams have performance coaches. That's how you prepare. For example, I make people think what happens and how you will feel if it's a best of 5 and you start 2-0. I make them close eyes and I tell them, like, what will you expect? How will you feel?
What's the next strategy?
Yeah. What will you do? How will you mentally prepare? What you feel? And they say, like, okay,
you feel bad. You feel bad, yes. Or you feel very motivated. We have to win. You have two scenarios.
Yes. But also, we go in detail, like, what is your gut feeling? How you breathe? Are your arms sweating? Hands sweating? What are your thoughts? What are you thinking about? What will my
I
You
mean,
experience all of those things, try to visualize it. You're going on stage, 2-0, everyone is cheering. Then I tell them, imagine how your opponents look like. They're happy, they're hyped, they have the momentum.
yeah.
And I make them experience like reliving a moment. You basically you try to predict everything that will happen in the future and how you will feel. That happens, they know. They're like, oh, you know, it was. They will smile, the crowd will cheer for them, everyone will hype. My hands were sweaty, did the breathing technique. You know? You're not getting surprised at the moment. You're already preparing in advance.
It's the same thing that happened in Fortuna Gaming when you were losing, how was it, 12-1?
It was
12-6.
We were losing 12-6 and the game was played till 13.
Yeah.
The first team that goes to 13 and we were one down. The second map, which our map pick, very easy, 12-6. Then we come back 12-12, we got overtime, 14-12.
Nice. Okay, so just the last thing that we're gonna cover is the rule book. You're writing a rule book for Battle for Giostone at the moment, so can you share a couple of details that are gonna happen? I mean, what's gonna be included in the rule book so everybody that's watching can expect to hear about from the league? So is it gonna be what's happened when you miss, I don't know, you don't show up on time? Some things that are gonna be included, no details. We're gonna explain the details later, afterwards.
Yes. So basically, the rule book, those who don't know, is a book made with rules, says it, and all of the teams that will qualify for the league will have to go through. It's basically like how to keep professionalism and how to make everything run smoothly. For example, if opponent team does something or you do something, then we have like rules. Try to provide non-biased opinion. For example, me as a that's very objective and fair to both of the teams, I will have the rule book to help. Not that my personal opinion I will try to punish someone, but the rule book says it's against game and so on. So it will have different subjects. For example, the first one from Asia.
Yeah.
Difference. Asian player into European servers, they can abuse the ping and they teleport around the map. It's hard to play against such players. Also, that will be, for example, the first subject, the first topic of the book. The second one about betting. That's how we're gonna provide fair and not match fixing. We have like rules, technical pause accuracy. Turkey, electricity.
Yeah. Does the match gets repeated?
Do we pause the match? How time it has? What do we do in the meantime? What do? For example, if it's technical pause, you're not admin. If technical pause, you're not allowed to speak. As you can see what happened in Korea. Ice cream. The word ice cream was shortcut from we push the next. So Stefan will eat ice cream. I don't know. I think it's.
So now you're
gonna push the next wave. No, I think it's better. We don't. So basically, we are abusing the technical pause because the other team is communicating with the admin about my mouse is not working. I got error. My game crashed. And talking with the admin, and we are talking about the game, which we have like a slight advantage that can decide. Like further or not. So like such rules.
Plus one thing that happened before in one of the, I think it was a tournament, they were playing and the game froze. So the game can freeze because it's still in pre-alpha. So I think one of the rules is if you already picked your abilities, you cannot copy your opponent's picks because you get to see their picks when the game starts. And this way, if you see what they have, you can easily do a counter when the next match starts. So that happened once, but still the team that was originally leading, they won again. But still, that was not a fair thing to do. So everybody if you pick your skills, you're going with those skills.
That will be also set in rulebook. Because if you don't have such rulebook, you can come and tell.
It's not in the,
and I can use that as a tactical.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's it for the first session. Again, congratulations on being the head of esports, the new one, and we'll see you again very soon. Expect more information about the Primal Giostone very, very soon.
Thank you. Bye.